If your hair is long overdue for some treatment, it's time to check out the Clarifying Detox Shampoo from Ouai. Brooke and I have used the Ouai hair oil before and have loved it. It smells really good. It smells a little bit like rose and just gives your hair a nice shine, gets the frizz out. But now they have a detox shampoo that you only have to use once a week. It doesn't make your hair feel overly stripped down, gets all of that product out, all those dry shampoos that you've been doing, trying to make sure your hair is not looking all oily, but you don't want to wash it yet. But it completely takes all of that out. You get to just start all over with nice, silky, smooth hair. It's great for your scalp. It's made with keratin and apple cider vinegar, but their fragrance that they have in it smells so good that you don't have any of that apple cider vinegar smell left over. Like I said, you just use it once a week. It gets rid of all your product buildup, oil, dirt, hard water from your hair and scalp without stripping away any moisture. And they have a full collection of cruelty, sulfate, and paraben-free hair care, body, and fragrance products. You guys, you got to check it out. When you're ready to undo some damage, hit the reset button with the Ouai Detox Shampoo. Go to THEOUAI.com and use code REPS to get 15% off your entire purchase. That's THEOUAI.com, code REPS.
All right, guys, this episode of Between the Reps is brought to you by Athletic Greens. When companies, feel good enough about our podcast, they reach out and we sample the product or test it out and see if it's something that resonates with us and we think will resonate with you. And you guys, Athletic Greens is 100% a superfood supplement that I highly recommend to anybody who, like me, struggles to get all my minerals, vitamins, vegetables, micronutrients, probiotics. Like, supplementing is not easy for me. They've made it so easy to add this into my daily routine. One tasty scoop of Athletic Greens contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, including a multivitamin, multimineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more. They all work together to fill the nutritional gaps in our diets, increasing your energy and focus, aid with digestion, and support a healthy immune system, all without the need to take multiple products. To make it even better, right now, for our audience, Athletic Greens is offering a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase if you visit our link today. You basically never have to buy vitamin D again. Simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps and join health experts, athletes, and health-conscious go-getters around the world to make a daily commitment to their health and every day. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps and get your free year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs today.
I need you to pull it together.
Okay? I'm trying so hard. You have no idea.
I know, and I'm super proud of you for it.
Okay.
But we do need to pull it together because
we have a super cool guest.
We have an incredible guest, and we have a flight. We can't delay. Oh, yeah. We can't delay this podcast anymore.
I know.
Okay, so you're good. You guys, Jeanna's not quite 100%, but she's definitely not level Austin Jeanna. You know what I mean? If you guys have listened to the podcast where we were in Austin, it was her and Dana,
definitely not that bad.
And we were drunk podcasting. And
I think I passed out during it.
She passed out, had a full-on temper tantrum. She's not doing that now. So, you guys, we're in Vegas. So if you're wondering why we sound like we might be having a rough morning, it's because we are. We flew in to come hang out with my friend Margaux Alvarez for one night, which I think is the best way to do Vegas. Like if you're going to stay in,
if you want to live.
Yeah.
You want to survive.
Dude, all morning she's in on the bed and she's just looking at me. She goes, I think I'm dying.
I did. I would just go look at myself in the mirror and I'd be like, who are you?
And I kept
I don't know who that is.
I just kept like,
who's looking back at me?
Just get in the shower. I promise you'll find yourself in the shower.
I think that's why I was wandering around the whole time. I was trying to find it.
You were just floating.
Yeah, I was floating.
You were floating. And what's so funny is that we felt like that at the airport coming to Vegas yesterday.
That's right. Yeah, because we were already hungover.
Because of your birthday.
Yeah.
That's all right. We can do
keep it going.
Yeah. That's the thing. Stories. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Stories.
I'm just meaning
stories.
Sometimes you make questionable choices.
Unfortunately, way too many times words are hard.
Yeah, but sometimes you do it. We go to Vegas. We go to Vegas on a whim.
Yeah.
Meet Margaux at a pool party.
It was epic.
It was awesome.
So fun.
And then keep drinking, keep it going. Changed our clothes, went to dinner, kept it going. Started falling apart a little bit at dinner, but I held you together. And then I piled you in the front seat of Margaux's car.
Rolled you into the front seat.
Literally
rolled you into the front
rolled you in. You face planted into the seat with your butt in the air.
I know. I just feel like I have so many apologies to make.
I know. I feel like that's.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Too.
Oh, hi. Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
sorry. I'm sorry. Also,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but for real, you guys, we're here with Margaux Alvarez, OG CrossFitter. If you guys, follow her from CrossFit, friend of mine, and we're here to talk about her wine company.
Yes.
Which we tried the wine last night.
We drank it last night, and it was
that I
so
do
good.
remember.
If anything at all,
If anything at all, that is what I remember.
If I remember one thing from last night, it was
Margaux's
definitely
wine.
the wine.
It was really good.
I'm so glad you guys loved it.
No, it was really good.
Yeah. So, Margaux, take it away. Tell us about your wine company and how you got started, because I know it's I feel like you kind of fell into it.
Yeah. So I started with like a small piece of property, planted some grapes on it, and then started harvesting grapes in 2012. So I loved like the process, like the harvesting, the crushing, the destemming. It's a long-term process. And you think of anything in life, goals, fitness, anything you're working towards, it's usually a month to year process. And so I felt like that mirrored a lot of things in life. At the time, training, competing for the games, and I just loved fitness and wine. So I was like, all right, blending these two together, no pun intended, would be perfect to be able to share with people. Like, you too can work hard and wind down. And I think a lot of people thought like, hey, you're working, you're training, you're competing, you don't drink. I'm like, I do. I enjoy a glass or two of wine each night. And I think a lot of people are like, no, you can't like compete. And I'm like, no, yes, you can. Like, here I am. But I was like, if I can share this with other people, exactly. If I can share this with other people, hopefully we can do that. So started with some property and some vines in Utah, actually. And I imagine everybody knows that, like, where you're at, but like St. George was kind of where we're at. Leeds, actually 15, 20 minutes north of St. George. Started there. But to do licensing, we actually got the license in California. So we took the grapes from Utah to California and started doing that. While we did that, we also sourced a small batch of grapes, the GOAT, from Paso Robles. And a lot of people think of wine coming from regions like California, Washington, or obviously Old World, like in Spain, France, Italy, and other places. But Utah has a rich kind of history of winemaking. But again, it's hard to educate people and tell people like, hey, wine, there's wine from Utah. They're like, ugh. They have like this stipulation that like, I can't drink wine from Utah because it's not actually wine. It's something else.
It's got to be garbage.
It's got to be dry.
It's got to be bad.
But
desert wine.
Yeah, exactly. But the climate's similar to California, so it actually worked well. But for us, when we launched at 2017 Games in Madison, it's like educating people like, hey, like we have this wine from Paso, we have these wines from St. George or from Utah, but it's good wine, it's just younger wine. But for us, after we launched that first year, we realized like, all right, you can have great wine, but if no one ever tastes it, how are people going to try it? So we shifted our focus to, instead of taking the grapes from Utah to California, focusing on sourcing the wine and grapes from Paso. We focused on building the GOAT, getting the GOAT into distribution, and that's why we moved to Vegas. It's been a great environment here. I mean, obviously, like you have the strip and you have all the people that come to visit.
I could not live here.
Yeah.
I could not
Most
live
people
here.
here live off the strip, which I think that saves
There's
us.
no way I would be dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, and that's where, I mean, it's been I'm like, it's 2019 now it's 2021. So 4 years later, almost, we've been able to grow, get into Nevada, California, Colorado, Montana, and it's been great. But it's a small team. It's Alex and I. So to be able to grow that, we have to continue to be innovative, destructive, unique. We have to think of something different to get people to try our wine or do stuff. And for us, it's about building relationships. And so Barry's, where we went last night, was an awesome place. They're super amazing, been super accommodating, great food, great ambiance. It kind of makes me think of like those speakeasies from like the 1920s.
I got that vibe.
Yeah. And so
From what I remember.
Yeah. From the pieces that I can recall in my memory.
Jeanna, yes, I'll show you a photo later.
Yeah, I got some video for you. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, I've got a video.
Yeah, don't show it.
Yeah, keep that in the vault.
Seriously.
But it's been a great place. And I think for us, it's like we were all about building relationships and connecting with other people. It's like, how can we build mutually beneficial relationships with the shops or the locations that bring the wine in? Because for us, it's not just about the product, but it's about this ambiance, about this community that we're building of highlighting other strong females out there working towards their goals and creating their platform. Like, you think of everything that you've established and everything that you guys have done as a team and individually, like, you have to be, one, confident in yourself, two, that like the ability to do that. But it's like, I think a lot of women out there are kind of like, oh man, I don't know if I can do that. It's like, no, you can. And being able to showcase and highlight other females that, yeah, they work hard, they wind down, they enjoy the process. There are going to be struggles and they're going to be hard, but when you overcome those challenges, those will actually shape who you are coming forward. And then those successes, like, you got to celebrate them because they're not always going to be there. And you both know that, like, in any competition, any pieces of life, you know that not everything's going to happen every year, and it's not guaranteed. So it's like, how can I enjoy that, embrace that, and celebrate it, and like continue to move on?
I wonder that every day. No, but I think it is so funny too, because people, I mean, when competing, like, there was definitely a period of time where I did not drink a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like I still would have a glass or two of wine. Like, I could have that to like wind down, relax, and not overdo it.
Totally.
Like we did last night.
Like, I'm not saying, hey, go crush a bottle or two. I mean, depending on the day, maybe that day deserves it. But for us, it's all about balance and moderation. And it's like, I'm just preaching what I practice. Like, to be able to have a glass of wine and relax in the day, like, I think for me that allows me to stop and reflect and look back. It's like, hey, and I think just from life situations that I've gone through, like, you're not guaranteed tomorrow, next week, next year. It can very quickly change at the drop of a hat. I'm like, all right, I want to have minimal regrets in life. Like, I think no regrets are hard. I mean, some people might have that, but like,
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I think minimal regrets.
Yeah, no regrets.
No ragrets.
No rag.
No, not one whatsoever.
Not one.
Dude,
regret.
I live with regrets. That's like my entire life. I have a bruise for every regret.
My regrets shape who I am.
That's funny. But yeah, I think it's something that, again, it's a lifestyle, promoting that balance and moderation. I think a lot of people, it's like, oh, it has to be all or nothing. And depending on the environment, it might be, but like, not pigeonholing everything into there has to be that, right? There is going to be an ebb and a flow.
Right.
And for me, it's like, hey, I'm just going to showcase my life if I can. And it kind of encompass and include other people out there to show how they've lived life, what they've accomplished, and how they've been able to find that balance or moderation or however you want to look at it. It's like, awesome. Let's get everybody on this train and let's showcase it with people. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that once you get to talk to them, like, man, I never had the confidence to do this. Now I feel stronger. Now I have the ability to do it. Or I never went through that. Thank you for telling me about your story or sharing and being open for that. Because I think a lot of people are hesitant and timid, and they don't know, or they don't feel comfortable in their own skin, so they don't want to talk about it or do something. It's like, that can be changed.
Today's episode is brought to you by Athletic Greens, the most comprehensive daily nutritional beverage I have ever tried. And not only is it so comprehensive, it tastes good, it has been extremely easy to add one thing into my daily routine. One thing. It's one drink. It's not multiple supplements. It's not all these pills. It's not making multiple smoothies throughout the day. It's one drink. I'm getting 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, including a multivitamin, multi-mineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more. This is helping me with focus, energy more than anything, and honestly, gut health. My stomach it doesn't do well with digesting lots of fibrous food, so I usually don't increase the amount of vegetables that I'm eating, my fruits and vegetables, because I'm scared of how my stomach will react. But this has been a great way for me to make sure I'm getting all the nutrients that I need without disrupting my gut health, really. Make sure you guys give it a try. I highly recommend it. And right now, for our listeners, they're offering a free 1-year supply of vitamin D, and you get 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. If you visit our link today, you'll basically never have to buy vitamin D again. So whether you're looking for peak performance or better health, cover your bases with Athletic Greens. They make investing in your energy, immunity, and gut health each day simple, tasty, and efficient. Simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps, join Jeanna and myself, and take control of your health every day. Again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/reps.
I've seen on your social media when you do like your different like Instagram lives and stuff like that. What has been, I guess, in the process of growing the business, and I can't even imagine like all of the different things you have to do, like connecting with new people, traveling, getting FaceTime, sampling, all this stuff, but then also trying to create a online presence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For a business. Like it's hard enough for me to do it from myself. You know? And then it's like you have yours and then trying to do like online presence for the business and still be putting in all the time of like getting FaceTime, going here, being there, promoting, tasting. What has been the like what's some like a big thing that you've learned over the the years where you've been doing it and maybe making ups and downs, or
like the most challenging.
Some things didn't work out, but you learned that. And then what has been the most fun?
Ooh, good questions. So challenge your things that I've learned, I think time management or energy management. Like what am I going to put my time to? Because there's a lot of people that are asking, right? And I have to say no to certain things. Because if I want to say yes to certain things, I have to say no to certain things. So being able to manage time, but also energy. Because I think a lot of times I'll put energy there and it's like, is it really worth it? And at that time, it might feel like that. But then I look back and be like, man, I spent too much time there. I should have done X, Y, Z differently. A parallel to that, another challenge or one thing I've learned is like capital and resources is very hard to come by, especially as a small business, because you're out there and to grow, you need some sort of either not only connection, because the connection will be great, but resources and capital to be able to either increase production or put more money behind marketing and advertising. And as a business, like there's a lot of other things out there. And I mean, if you're a small business and you're trying to grow, it's like these small little steps forward help. But sometimes it's like, man, if I was able to either get another business line of credit or a loan or investor or VC or someone to be able to help build that, like it's challenging. And we've worked really hard. We've been able to, over the years, like a lot of the money that came from sponsorships went to building the business or put into getting us closer to starting the business or keeping the business going. A lot of money that Alex had with previous jobs and work and like 401ks, taking that out and putting that into the business. So
That's
it's like
scary.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's interesting because I look back to like when I first decided to start CrossFit, I was like, yeah, I went to the regionals and the games in 2011. I was like, I'm going to go to the games. I'm going to go to regionals. I'm going to compete. People are like, you're fucking crazy. Like you're nuts. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I am. But if I don't put all my eggs in this basket and I don't give it everything, I won't know and I won't try. And then I'm just going to be sitting back like, oh, I wish I would have. I'll have more regrets. And I'll think like, man, I wish I would have done that. So it's like with the business, it's kind of like, I've never started a wine company. We've done our prepare and execute, which is like media consulting. And the focus on that aspect was a little different because I was a little bit more online versus a physical shop. We did some stuff filming, like we had a little like personal training spot for that. But this is like, now we have a product, like a physical product versus a service. And so now how do we launch that? What do we need to do? Like it was kind of learning as we go, but reverse engineer, like, all right, what's our end goal? How are we going to get there? So there's a lot of sitting and thinking, and there's a lot of times you're like, what if this doesn't work? And it's like in your mind, that will definitely cross your mind, but like, I can't entertain that. And it's that fear of that unknown that we don't know. And it's like, but I'm just going to give it everything I got. Yeah. And if I give it everything I got, I put everything into, whether it's money, resources, time, and I don't succeed, then at least I gave it everything I got. And being dynamic has been huge, being able to change and pivot. Anyways, I kind of went on a tangent there. So those have been going. So those have been kind of like,
please keep going because I can't talk right now.
You're like, this is nice. This is very nice.
I'm just like this.
No, I'm really interested in like how to get started doing wine.
Yeah. So, and for us, it was like, we decided like to kind of pivot what we talked about earlier. Like, all right, we're going to go to California. We'll get the licensing there. That took at least 5 to 5.5 months to do. Submitted everything in January of 17. And to do that and then be in the gym training, it was hard because sometimes I'm physically in the gym, but mentally I'm like, man, I need to wait. Like I need to submit this paperwork. Oh, I need to like get this other form notarized and like send off. And then it'd be like, all right, now I'm sitting at the computer, I'm doing emails, I'm reaching out to people, but I'm like, man, I didn't finish my accessory work. I did only 3 rounds versus 4, blah, blah, blah. So going back and forth it was more mentally of a challenge and like a mind fuck. We were like, all right, I have to be not only present physically, but mentally and emotionally. And when regionals came in, was it 2017, we literally got whatever week that was, that Monday was like, hey, you got your California license. I'm like, hell yeah. Now we got to get everything ready for bottling. But I was like, okay, that has to go on the back burner for a second because regionals this weekend. And if I'm not there 100%, then you never know what's going to happen. So I was like, all right, had to put all that on a pause, compete. Once I was finished, like, all right, cool, we're going to the games. Now we need to get everything ready for labels and bottling and licenses and capsules. And now we got to find a distributor to get over there. What's the price point? Oh, that's too much. Okay, now we got to lower the price point. How many cases are they going to bring? How are we going to get it over there? And then we decided to do a booth, which highly recommend. Don't try to compete, do a booth and do a tasting all at once. It was great. I'm so glad we did it. But it's like, when I look back at CrossFit, when I did 3 competitions, like back to back to back, and I'm like, I tell people, don't do that. You want to get into competing, great, but don't do 3 back to back to back, because that's all you're focusing on. You can't really train, etc. Anyways, tangent. But so come the games, and it was like, all right, well, we did a wine tasting. We were able to launch. We sold out within like 45 minutes at a local place. It was called Graft in Madison, and that was great. But it was literally go compete. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go shower, like maybe wash my face, put some makeup on, and now we're gonna do the wine tasting. And it was great to be able to go. But it's just, again, it's this constant, like, I want to say like wheelbarrow, or like you're pulling or you're pushing, and sometimes it's harder than others, sometimes it's easier, but you got to find, all right, what do I need to do for that? So it was a great learning experience. And again, a lot went into it, and that the next year we continued the same thing, competed again, launched, end up bringing the wine over just because it was more challenging, donated wine for the Madison Club. But I was like, all right, after that was like, we pivoted and we have to do something different. And that was why we moved to Vegas. And it was like, in our mindset, and Alex had a great analogy. It's like a viral brand injection where like you come to Vegas, you visit, you stay for a week, whatever, a couple days, a day. You go to conventions, you come for work, pleasure. Then you try the wine, taste the wine, see the brand, take it home, and eventually people get to see it from there. So Vegas, and it was funny because I was like, man, Vegas. I was like, I don't know. Like we've been here multiple times. We stopped. We love the community, love the people. And after we spent more time here, I was like, it's actually a smaller community in terms of people
than you would think.
Yes,
yeah.
100%.
It's. I've had friends
100%.
that live here and people that moved here, and if you don't live here, for me, it's like all you can think about is what the life is, like the party scene.
Right.
You're like, you're at the pool
like you said, you're like, oh, I couldn't do that. I couldn't live
do
here.
it.
I would die.
I would die. I'm dying right
And-
now.
But the difference is
Literally
like,
dying as we're sitting here.
I know you're withering away. Are you gonna
Oh my goodness.
burn?
What?
Are you gonna light up in flames
Maybe.
if I open those curtains?
Maybe.
But I forget that there's like little pockets or communities outside outside of what
Of the-
is
like the
what
strip.
is
Yeah.
the strip
Yeah.
of Las Vegas.
I mean, and that was our whole thing. Like, you come to the strip and it's like, there's 50 million. I mean, up until last year, there's 50 million people that came to Vegas. And it's like 50 million people. I mean, you may touch everybody, but if you can get a portion of that, 1% of that, 2% of that, that's a possibility of hopefully not only nationally, but international awareness. And so that was a big incentive. And once we moved here, obviously we had people through like the gym and people connected, but we got to know more people, that worked on the strip or in the industry. And obviously the industry is huge here. That was a big portion of it. And obviously last year was like heartbreaking with everything that happened. People lost their jobs, like permanently furloughed. But to be able to come here, it's like, it's actually a very small, tight-knit community. A lot of people know a lot of people, and it's very relationship-based. And I was like, that's perfect, because that's what I want to build upon. I want to build relationships with people. It's not just like, hey, bring my wine in. Awesome, cool, see you later. It's like, no, like, let's come and bring people. Let's do events here. Let's do tastings, whatever I can do to help them bring people into their doors. Because, again, it's like, at the end of the day, people are not only going to remember, like, the wine or whatever. They're going to remember how you treated them, how you
made them feel.
Exactly. And I'm like,
Right.
that's so much more personable. And I think that kind of speaks back to like competition and people in the community of the CrossFit. Like, you meet all these amazing people or don't meet them, and it's like people are going to remember, how you treated them, how you talked to them, or how you didn't treat them or talk to them versus your placing, or how you finished. That's going to speak more to them than anything by and far. And I think I feel like a lot of people should take that at heart, and that has more weight and more value than anything else.
Right.
Again, everyone's a little different. They all have their own experiences, and I can't speak to that. But for me, I'm like, man, Vegas is a super cool community. Like you said, Henderson, Summerlin, you have all these tight-knit areas, and people come here like, man, you have the Red Rocks, you have like Mount Charles and Utah is like super close. You want to go to Zion, Angels Landing, Henderson, like the Lake Las Vegas, all those places. And it's like, those are amazing places to build these connections and communities with.
Brooke and I have talked to you guys about BetterHelp before, and we're going to keep talking about it because it's so important to have somebody that is a licensed professional, not just self-help, a licensed professional that can help you get through all of the different things that we struggle with every day. I know that it has definitely helped us through all sorts of things. Just if you need somebody to talk to, if you're dealing with a struggle, it's really just been a lifesaver. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they make it easy and free to change counselors if needed, which is so nice because you don't always mesh with a person for whatever reason. The service is available for clients worldwide, and they have expertise available which may not be locally available in many areas. Licensed professional counselors who are specialized in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, LGBT matters, grief, self-esteem, you name it, they can help you. Anything you share is confidential. It's convenient. It's professional, as I've already said. It is affordable, which is so important. And you can just do it from anywhere. You don't have to drive to an office, sit and wait. It's convenient and easy. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. We want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/reps. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/reps. I like to do this thing where I try to go as long as possible without washing my hair. But what happens is I end up using so much dry shampoo and oils and everything else that I get a ton of buildup. Way hair care products, they're amazing. They have tons of different products, but now they have a detox shampoo. I've tried other detox shampoos, but they tend to leave my hair feeling extra stripped. And Way shampoo is so amazing. It has keratin, so it leaves your hair feeling super soft. And it's also made with apple cider vinegar, which takes away all that built up crap that I've stuck in my hair. But it smells amazing, so you don't smell the apple cider vinegar at all. You use it once a week to neutralize product buildup, oil, dirt, and hard water from your hair and scalp without stripping away any moisture. It'll smooth your frizz, and it creates so much shine. It's great for all hair types, even hair treated with keratin, chemicals, color, or even if you've had a Brazilian blowout. And it's really cool because their detox shampoo comes with a bag to refill, so it uses less plastic. When you're ready to undo some damage, hit the reset button with the Way Detox Shampoo. Go to THEOUAI.com and use code REPS to get 15% off your entire purchase. That's THEOUAI.com. Code REPS.
You want to move to Vegas?
No.
Sorry, too soon? Too soon?
You're like, maybe next year.
Too soon to ask you?
I'm literally melting into this couch right
I know
now.
you are. I would like to explore. I mean, I'd never hear that long, but be able to explore some of those smaller communities. Like my buddy Sonny lived down here, Sonny Stewart.
Oh.
And he always raved about, I think it was maybe Summerlin. I can't remember exactly where he was, but he always raved about like the downtown there.
Yeah.
And like
It's
the
awesome.
nightlife there. Just, it's more small town.
Yeah.
It's more like close, tight knit,
Right.
not big, huge neon signs and girls, nudes. Even though that's our favorite. But you can like actually have that small town, like people know each other, familiarity.
Yep.
Sorry,
Yep.
nailed it.
Nailed it.
Word's hard.
Nailed it.
Yeah, downtown Summerlin's amazing.
And it's like, that's what I like about St. George. That's what I love about Santa Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's that small town
Feel.
Vibe.
comfort,
Yeah.
and they do have it in Vegas. We haven't explored it.
Nope.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah. Definitely have to come back and like check out the Red Rocks.
There's a lot of hiking over there, isn't?
Oh my
Because
gosh.
I haven't been out that way,
So
but I've
much.
heard from some friends of mine, like, about there being really great areas to like to ride ATVs.
Yes.
And, like take the razors out.
ATVs, razors. They actually have some horseback. You can actually go and like rent. And I haven't done horseback riding since like I was 18. We were talking about this last night. I'm like, I want to go ride some horses. It's been forever.
Yes.
But yeah, they have places to hike. The Red Rock, Calico, Charleston too. And there's like the whole Blue Diamond. Like you take that road out there and there's tons of places to check out. It's gorgeous ride. Gorgeous.
That's what we should do.
Go ride horses?
Well, all the above, really. No, it'd be
Like
fun.
I can't ride a horse right now.
Yeah.
It'd be
Gonna go
fun.
ride horses?
It'd be fun to come out here,
Yeah.
but to do like a trip over at the Red Rock. Red
Yeah.
Rocks.
That's not.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
Go hiking. Go riding.
Yeah. I think I'd feel a lot
Roast
better.
some
I did
mallows.
that. Roast some mallows.
Yeah. Marshmallows.
I'm sorry.
By the way, those marshmallows were amazing last night.
So good.
We had marshmallows?
Yes. So yes, it was in celebration of your birthday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
So berries have like these like legit
Yes.
little like
No.
fire-
Now
yeah,
I remember.
okay, there you
Now
go,
I remember.
stoves, yeah.
Yes.
And that has the chocolate already in the graham cracker,
Yes.
which by the way, that is genius because I've
Yeah.
never thought about that.
No, it's
and then you
so
roast a
good.
little marshmallow,
Yeah.
pull it off, and they had ice cream. Do you guys try the ice cream? Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Ice
You scream. We all scream for ice cream.
Dude, I would love ice cream right now. I do remember it.
It was
Gina,
amazing.
we had marshmallows last night? Dude, yeah, I put one on a stick for you and I was
No,
like,
I know.
roast
Now I
this.
remember. Yeah, I just
So
needed
good.
like a little jolt.
I woke up this morning and I was like desperately thinking like, I wonder if there's any snacks in this room.
I know.
Definitely not.
Over here is our leftover steak that's been tipped over on the
Oh,
ground.
that steak was really good.
Mm-hmm. And then
That looked
over
amazing.
on
It was
the
good.
over on the mini fridge above it was a container that was full of leftover cake from dinner.
Oh yes.
Like cake, cheesecake, a bunch of marshmallows.
They gave you all the marshmallows. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And then
Did you eat 'em?
None of us ate it.
Oh.
I feel like I haven't had like plain marshmallows, like nothing on it, like a s'more, in forever. And I think the last time I had them was probably 12 or 13. But it was like the little mini marshmallows.
Oh, yeah.
with
Oh,
hot
yeah.
chocolate.
Yes.
Amazing. Before
So
I drink
good.
coffee.
Dude, my mom always has those, and my little nephews, that's what they want for a snack. And they go
Really?
and get a little Ziploc bag and put little marshmallows in there.
You're just over there like waiting for your bag.
I think
Mom?
I'd rather eat like chips and salsa or like
100%.
Yeah, like
I'm
the
a-
marshmallows.
Yeah.
Like,
I
there's
love
nothing with it.
chips
It's just like
and dip,
Yeah, it's just
dude.
air.
yeah,
I
air.
Yeah, you're
love-
eating air.
I love chips and dip.
I could have that as a meal, like chips and guac or chips and dip or
Mhm.
chips and salsa. Oh
All
my
the
God,
above.
so amazing.
I've actually done that many times where we just start snacking. And it's like, I just want to keep eating this.
yeah.
No, you're
I'll
just like
stop
a
and make-
huge fan of dips.
I am. I love dips, man. And I love variety.
What's your favorite dip?
Oh, bitchin' sauce.
What's that? Is it like a salsa?
The Chipotle one, right?
Chipotle bitchin' sauce.
Yeah.
They have it at Costco.
No, there was like a
Also Whole
time.
Foods.
There was a time between Daniel and Brooke that they would always get dips. My whole fridge was full of
the
dips.
difference is though, it's like I knew what dips I wanted. Okay, like I
Got
knew
it.
I
Okay.
knew which ones were staples that people liked,
I know.
and we spent. I don't have a house. I do now, but I live there.
I know.
And friends always come over. But Daniel explores new opportunities
Yes,
and just buys it and doesn't want to take it to his house, so he
because he has a
collects
mini
them
fridge.
at your house.
Yeah.
So you have a fridge full of just dip.
I have a fridge full of dips,
Yeah.
and so we went to the grocery store, and one time,
This is amazing.
at one point, I could see her.
many dips,
I could
like,
see
way
her
too
over there.
many
She's just like,
hummuses.
she's like looking at all the dips, and I was like, "Hey, no more dips! I don't have room for one more dip."
And then we got to your house and like some of the dips were outdated, and we're like, oh well, I guess
never mind, I
you
guess.
could have got a couple dips.
That's hilarious. Well, as long as it
Dude,
has like,
huge
it has, like,
fan
the
of dips.
cover or the plastic wrap, and you
Yeah.
haven't opened, you're like, go a couple days past expiration.
Yeah.
I will say chips and guac or chips and salsa go perfect with wine. I think a couple times I'm like, you know what, I really don't want to have dinner,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna eat this bag of chips and salsa and have my mind. I'm like, this is perfect, absolutely perfect.
And you're super fucking fit. How does that happen?
Balance, moderation.
yeah.
Make sure I do.
I need to figure that out. I gotta figure that out.
Well, that was the
Yeah.
one thing we started kind of like the whole message, like work hard, wind down. I was like, earn your grapes, like find that balance, like go move. Because I think a lot of people, either if they've never done fitness or they have done fitness and they took a couple of years off, they're like, oh, I don't want to get back into fitness. It's like, I don't want to go super crazy intense, or I don't want to lift anymore. I just want to like move my body weight or go walk. I'm like, cool, man. Like start simple, but like that was a whole methodology. Like, hey, earn your grapes, do some movement, earn your glass of wine. If you
That's
crush
where
it,
we
gotta
go
earn it.
wrong because we say earn your party.
Yeah. I haven't earned it.
So, well, we are earning an entire party.
Fuck.
What we could be doing if we wanted to be more with moderation,
Yeah.
smart, and basically what my entire life was for many years
Before you met me,
before marrying you,
I just took you down.
is earn your grapes. earn your glass.
Yeah, I haven't
Instead of, hey guys, let's earn our party.
Co-rage.
At least not if we are earning our grapes, which we do. When anyone can go, like she said, move a little, go to the gym, go for a walk, go for a hike, walk your dogs, just get out and do something. Mm-hmm. You've earned yourself a glass of wine.
Well,
if you want more than a glass, you got to put your head down.
That's the problem.
If you want more than a glass,
that's the problem.
It's just going to be, you got to move harder,
longer. Or move a little more, or
move
change
a little
it up
longer.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. And I have a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't drink wine. I'm like, that's fine. Like if you like bonbons on the couch, if you want a donut.
Right.
By the way, Pink Box donuts here in Vegas are amazing. Side tangent. Squirrel.
I've heard of those.
Yeah. But again, like if you don't drink wine, you like something else, like, all right, that's fine. But it's all that balance and finding something that you allow yourself or you like to enjoy at the end of the day. And it's just finding something that you like to have in your lifestyle. And it's like, find that balanced lifestyle, whatever that is for you. Everyone's a little different. And for me, like I said, that's been a glass or two of wine and being able to enjoy myself and like reflect at the end of the day and not feel like I don't deserve it or like I have to wait to have it.
Yeah.
And everyone's a little different. But I've found that flow and I'm like, all right, I just want to share this with people. And like, there's so many other amazing people out there that are doing their thing, working hard, and being able to connect with them as well has been really exciting.
Work hard, play hard.
Yep.
I'm going to get that tattooed.
Across your forehead.
Yeah.
Work hard, play harder.
Work hard, play hard.
That's funny. But
all right, guys, well, we got to clean up.
What?
It's 10:45.
Is it really? Wow, time flew by.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we got to clean up.
Make the flight?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Dude, if it's as bumpy going out as it was in,
you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble.
I'll pet you.
Okay.
I'll hold your hand.
Okay.
You'll be okay. All right, guys. Margaux, we'll be back. We're coming back to Vegas.
Yes, definitely come back.
We're coming back to Vegas to not do downtown, but outside on the outskirts.
Yeah, we'll go hike, and then we can drink some wine, take the goat into the mountains.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that actually sounds lovely.
That's what we want.
Some sunset hiking. I like that.
I need that.
That's so great. The little bonfire out there.
Have a soul the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy some wine.
You did find your soul, though. It was in the shower all along today.
But I lost it again.
That's okay, baby. We're going home soon.
Okay.
All right, you guys, thank you for listening to another episode of Between the Reps with Brooke and Jeanna.
Yes,
Jeanna
thank you so much.
Mostly here.
I'm not here.
Thank you, Margaux.
Yes, thank you, Margaux.
You guys can check out Margaux, her Instagram at, you got to spell it out for them.
Yeah, 321-GO, GAUX.
And then
the goat wine. The goat wine. The goat wine. And then we have the wine available at thegoatwine.com. We can ship to most states. Can't ship to Utah, but we can ship to most states. And we have the goat and Shearston. Shearston was in dedication for my sister. Both red blends. But again, it's all about finding that balance and moderation, having no or limited regrets, minimal regrets.
The goat,
limited.
You guys, really
good.
Good. It is such a balanced glass of red wine. It's not super sweet. It's not super dry. It is so good. It was great with dinner last night.
Nice and jammy.
Oh, yeah. Like the jam.
It's
perfect
delicious.
Red blend.
All right, guys. We are.
Okay.
Remember to rate, do it.
Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, 5-star rating, 5-star warning, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
And we'll be alive. I'm gonna tape Jeanna's soul to her bottom of her feet, like your shadow, like you're Peter Pan. You've lost your shadow. That's how you feel right now, isn't it? We'll find it, baby. All right, guys.
All right, bye, guys.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.